There you're five. Okay, so today a focus on our final outcome. Okay, so creating a success criteria for your final outcome, which is going to be a biography. Okay, so linked to our class book, Women in Science. It's a collection of biographies around someone who's had an influence on the natural world. Okay, so around a naturalist, which is really important. So linking both to our reading and to our learning journey. So we've got a selection of biographies. We can see how ours are set out here. We're going to look at this one tomorrow, okay? But you can read this one ahead today if you like. Have a read of here. See if you can think about the key features. Tomorrow we're going to be labelling this and pulling out those key features before you create your own first piece of writing to go for your the naturalist that you've chosen. So have a little look at the key features in there. So what are the key features of a biography is basically what we're going to be focusing on today. I also want you to focus on presentation today and your journaling. So thinking about how you can present this success criteria to help you remember it, to make it clear, to make it really stand out. That might involve using colours, that might involve using banners, it might involve separating your pages into different groups, and I'm going to post a picture onto Class Dojo of an example of this, of how you could set it out. And I've also got some banners on here, okay, the step-by-step of how to create those banners. Okay, we've worked on some of these in school, and remember we've also said that even the simplest of banners, just a box around, maybe making it look like it's been screwed into a piece of wood that's screwed on like a sign, can be really simple, really effective. So please think about your presentation today, how you're going to set it out, and make sure it's really clear and stands out to someone who's going to pick it up and read it. So the first thing I want you to think about is what is a biography and why are they written? Now you've thought about a biography in one of our guided reading sessions, so you could flick back to that work and have a think, have a look online. So what is a biography and why are they written? What is the purpose? Okay, and that's going to be your first section that's going to go on to your work. Now when you see the picture you'll see how that's going to be set out. So somewhere today I want your what is a biography, why are they written? Then we're going to think about the structure of a biography. So how are they all laid out? So we start with an opening statement that introduces the subject, so the person, and explains why he or she is known. And often that opening statement is catchy. It tells us some information about them that makes us want to read on. So we need to think about that when we come to writing our own. They're set out in chronological order. Now remember, chronological order is in time order. Okay, so it often starts with the year of birth and then goes through their life, childhood, maybe their schooling, and then on to what they've done in their adult life, but in time order. Okay, so it's set out chronologically. We give an overview of their early life and a background which helps the reader to understand the person. So it's not just about what they've done in their adult life. Actually, we want to know a bit about that person as well and develop our whole picture of this person that we're reading about. And then a closing statement that explains what the person is doing now or how they are or will be remembered. Okay, and that depends whether this person is still around or whether this person is no longer alive. So you'll be talking about either what they're doing now and how they'll be remembered, or if they are no longer with us, you'll be talking about how they are remembered, okay, what they're remembered for. So that's going to be one of your sections today. You're then going to think about the writing features. So it refers to named individuals, contains dates linked to specific events, it contains relevant facts, it's presented in a way that engages the reader rather than a list. Okay, so I'm not just listing lots of different facts, I'm writing them in an engaging way that makes me want to read on as a reader. And specific information is given about achievements and significant events in their life. Okay, so we're really thinking about what is important, what have they done that's important. We're not going to talk about their trip to Tesco's each week and what they pick up for their local shop, We're going to talk about significant things that mean that they're going to be remembered and they're an important individual for people to know about. We're then going to think about the grammatical features of a biography, and these are the things you're going to have to include. So it's going to be written in the past tense. It's going to be written in third person, okay, so using pronouns like he, she, they, and so on. We're going to include adverbials of time and conjunctions to link ideas together, okay, so then, when he left school, at the age of, finally, some examples there. You can also use parenthesis to add additional information, so I've used parenthesis twice here with brackets just to give some examples, okay. You can use parenthesis in your biographies to add some additional information. And as always, when we create a success criteria, we do need to think about the non-negotiables. Okay, so by the end of today, you're going to have a really clearly set out, really clearly presented piece of work that is going to guide you and support you when you write your final outcome. So you'll be able to look back at this success criteria and think, right, okay, have I included all of these key features? Have I included them? Are they going to fit into my biography? So here is how you might structure it. Okay, so we've got our banners, our title up here. Okay, we've got then our sentences telling us what a biography is, what they're used for, and then we come into what we're going to see in our final outcome. So our structure. Okay, and you're going to add the information about the structure in here. Then we've got our writing features, grammatical features, and our non-negotiables. I will post a picture on Class Dojo of an example of this journaled. Okay, so an example of this written out neatly, carefully, lots of time. You can do this in whichever way you want. Okay, any design at all. You're all really good at the journaling, so let me see a full A4 page today, beautifully presented. Okay, you could use colour if you've got it. If not, pencil, pen is fine. Okay, set it out clearly, and let's see. I'm looking forward to seeing them come in through Class Dojo.